Hello, everyone. Do we have okay? Hello, everyone. Yes, okay, good. Okay, good. I think we had some problems, issues there, but
Okay, good. I think we had
welcome
some
back,
problems,
welcome
issues
back,
there.
welcome back.
Okay, good. I think we had.
So I'm just going to wait for a few minutes for some more people to join the live stream. Okay, please confirm that you can see me and hear me. If you are on the stream and you can see me and hear me, this is the current link. This is the current stream. I think it just has a wrong thumbnail on it, which we will try to resolve. But this is the link for the stream. This is the link for Tobore stream. This is the link for Tobore stream. So let's see. Are we here? Okay, welcome back to the stream. And we have Mrs. Tobore online, and she's going to be talking to us about fashion business financial structure. Sorry for the issues here and there. I think we had a problem with the streams. It got mixed up there, but we are here and we are back. And we are ready for Otobore to take it on this evening. And I'm not going to waste more time because I know she has another class right after this one. So whoever is in the room, welcome. Let me see your fire emojis. Let me see that you can see me and you can hear me and that we are good to go. Can I see some action in my comment section? Where are my fashion entrepreneurs? Where are my fashionpreneurs? Are you here or are you sleeping? Are you here or are you sleeping? Are we still mixed up with the link or are we here? If we are ready to go, tell me, yes, we are ready to go. Yes, we are ready to go. Give me some fire emojis so I know that I am not alone in the studio. Can you hear me? Can see someone say we can't hear you. Can you hear me? Here. Halima says here. Bless Unudo says here. Okay, good. So I'm bringing on, thank you, Dr. Aisha is here. So I'm bringing on Otobere right now.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
I'm so sorry for that mixing transition. I think the YouTube thumbnail that contains your picture was mixed up with the last speaker's owner. So even though they see the link, when they come on, they see your picture, so they don't even know that they're in the right live stream. So sorry about that.
That's
Well,
fine.
this is the PFA Dressmakers Conference 2025, and we are so glad to have you join us this evening. Well, I'm so
Thank
very
you.
my notepad is open because even from the small live that you did on Instagram, you were scattering all my feathers. So now we are here and we are ready. I hope you came with your blankets, so that when they naked you, you will use something to cover yourself. I hope you are ready for the fire that Madame Tobore is about to bring. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to let you do your thing. I'll be backstage if you need me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I guess you'll be moving the slides for me. Will you be helping me with the slides, Wura? Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's session. Just as Wura explained, I have another class right after this. That class starts at 8 p.m. So let me apologize upfront that I am going to be racing through tonight. This is probably one session you will come back to listen to the replay. I will move very fast. I typically speak quite fast. I need to do this apology right now for the sake of those who may struggle with keeping up. Okay, when we talk about money, we usually do not waste time because time is money. First off, I want to say to you tonight that this sentence on the screen is extremely important. You are in the business of making people beautiful. I want to ask you very clearly tonight, are you really in business? And are your finances beautiful beyond making beautiful dresses? Is your money making sense? Is your money beautiful? Are your finances beautiful? And the next slide will tell us how to check. We're going to very quickly check. We want to run a quick revision. Now, so go back to the last slide. We want to run a very quick revision, and the questions are not on the slide because I want you to pay attention. I'm going to ask you very simple questions. There are just 25 of them. So please bring out your biro and paper and write. You cannot be in business and not have something to write with. You cannot be frying plantain and learning about money because that's what we do as entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs. So tonight, I want you to pay serious attention. Okay, so I'm going to ask you very simple questions. All you will be answering will be yes or no. We'll just dive right into the questions. Question number one. Do you have a detailed annual budget which is aligned with your business's strategic goal for the year? You are the CEO, so you should have a strategic goal. It's usually your overriding goal for the year, and your budget should align with it. So, do you have such a budget? It's usually an annual budget. So, do you have a detailed annual budget which is aligned with your business's strategic goal for the year? If that budget exists, understand that half the year is gone, so you should have achieved half of your budget goals. So, yes or no. Question number two. Do you track actual income and expenses against your budget on a monthly basis? So, business owners, let's talk about this for a second. There are usually three reports. There are usually three financial reports that everyone keeps, whether as a person or as a business. The first report is the budget report, which tells you where you want to send the money to, because as a serious financial person, you should be the one sending money on an errand. So that's the first report, the budget report. The second report is a tracking report, which helps you confirm that you are on a daily, weekly, monthly basis at par with the budget. So if your budget was to make a million naira per week, you want to track and confirm that this week that just passed, because the week just ended yesterday, you want to check, did I hit my 1 million in revenue or 1 million in profit or 1 million in book profit, whatever it is, or 1 million in receivables, whatever it is, did I hit those numbers in the first week? So your tracking report will check that your actual versus budget is on point. Then at the end of the budget season, so let's say your budget, you're checking the budget for the month, for instance. At the end of the month, you want to check. That's now like an audit report. That's typically the one the accountant does for you. You want to check that what you did was in line with what the budget did. Now, if you have tracked regularly and you have a budget, typically the final report is a walk in the park because you already have an idea how well you're doing. So I'm asking you a question number two. Do you track actual income and expenses against your budget on a monthly basis? So even if you budget per annum, you should track per month. Indeed, I recommend that you track per week. Question number three. Are you able, as a business owner, dear fashionpreneur, are you able to predict your major expenses for the next 6 to 12 months? So you should know that, oh, this is where money is going to go, at least the major headers for the next 6 to 12 months. So are you able to predict your major expenses for the next 6 to 12 months? Yes or no? Question number four. Do you have a clear plan for dealing with unexpected financial shortfalls? most of your expectations are based on other people paying you money. You do not have absolute control over it. So question number 5 is asking you, do you have a clear plan? If you budgeted, for instance, that you get 4 million this month, and for some reason you are still on 500,000, do you have a clear plan to cover or deal with those kinds of unexpected financial shortfalls? Please, anything that is a plan that is only in your head, know ye this day that it is not a plan. So every plan should be documented with a clear strategy to implement. Okay, so question number 4, do you have a clear plan for dealing with unexpected financial shortfalls? Question number 5, do you always have enough cash, liquidity? Do you always have enough cash to cover monthly operational costs? So at every point in time, you should have enough cash. So I'm asking you, do you always have enough cash to at least cover your monthly operational costs? Question number 6, have you set aside any emergency or reserve funds? Do you have an emergency fund? If you're a business owner, you don't have reserves, if you don't have an emergency, then I am very worried about the sustainability of your business as a going concern. I'm deeply worried. Unfortunately, today's session is a racing session. What I want to achieve today is just to create some form of consciousness in your mind. Today, we will not be able to dig deep, but today I just want to at least create some form of awareness so that you know that, hey, there are some things I just might not be doing right, and we need to get to fix them as quickly as possible. Okay, so question number 6, have you set aside any emergency or reserve fund? So it's a simple rule of thumb is that you should at every point in time as a business owner have 3 to 6 months expenses in a reserve. Please, that's not the money you put in real estate. That's not the money you put in bonds. That money should be in liquid assets. Okay, question number 7, do you know your business cash position at any given time? I'm assuming this is a simple yes. You should know your cash position at any given time. So question number 7, do you know your business's cash position at any given time? Question number 8, can your business survive at least 6 months without new income? Now, this is a true litmus test. If you don't earn any money, nobody pays you shishi. If the world shuts down, if you shut down, if the business shuts down, if today they ban fashion in the world for 6 months, can you survive for 6 months? And I mean the business. Can you pay bills? Can you continue to function? Can the business continue as a going concern for 6 months if you do not receive any inflows for another 6 months? Question number 9, is your business dependent on only one source of income? So apart from making dresses or making clothes, is there any other way money comes into your business? That's what this question is asking. Typically, we will say you should earn from 4 basic streams: physical, digital, products, and services. So is your business dependent on only one source of income? Yes or no? Question number 10, have you explored or implemented any alternative income sources? So you should have explored and implemented. So have you explored and implemented any alternative income sources? Question number 11, are you aware of all recurring expenses and their due dates? Are you aware of all recurring expenses and their due dates? So I'm assuming these are basic questions as a CEO you should be quite aware of. Okay. Question number 13. Is there a proper system for recording all income and expenses? There should be a system. And I don't mean that your jotter. I don't mean that your notebook.
Sorry, Ma, I think we missed number 12. Because you in number 11 was, are you aware of any recurring expenses?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So let's backtrack a bit. So question number 12, are you actually profitable? Question number 12, are you really profitable? So question number 14, do you produce regular financial reports for stakeholders? So as a business owner, you should be...
Number 13, Ma.
Okay, no, 13 was, is there a proper system for recording all income and expenses? Okay. So that was 13, yes. Okay, so 12 is, are you actually profitable? 13 is, do you have a proper system for recording all income and expenses? Question number 14, Do you produce regular financial reports for stakeholders? For example, do you have a board? Even if it's not a structured board of directors, you should have a board of advisors. There has to be some team that you are responsible to, or that you are accountable to, or that you report to. If you report only to yourself, then you do not have a proper accountability system in place. Because who can tell you, who can caution you? If you are the Lord and Master, then when you make mistakes, nobody can tell. But if you have a second pair of eyes looking at your reports, you tend to sit up. Okay, so do you produce regular financial reports for stakeholders in your business? Question number 15. Has your business undergone any form of financial audit or review in the last year? Has your business undergone any form of financial audit or review in the last year? Question number 16. Do you separate your personal finances from the business finances at all times? There's a reason we're asking. We talked about this during the live. Dear fashionpreneurs, you say you separate them, yes, because you have two different accounts. They are separated in spirit, but they are not separated in truth. The same, after all, is still you that has token. It's still you that has the app. It's still you that has the checkbook. It's still you that has the signature. So you simply debit one and credit the other. So I'm asking you tonight, are you truly separating your business and personal finances in spirit and in truth? Question number 17. Do you have, now we're talking about you as the fashionpreneur, as a person, because most times businesses fail because the personal finances of the business owners is in shambles. So when your personal finance is in shambles, then your business will be affected because you will simply move your personal issues to the business finance. Now, I'm asking you in question number 16, do you separate your personal finances from the, okay, sorry, question number 17, do you, okay, so sorry, that's question 16. Do you separate your personal finances from the business finances at all times? Question number 17, do you have a personal monthly budget that you follow consistently? Now we're looking at your personal life now. Do you have a personal monthly budget that you follow consistently? Question number 18, do you have personal savings set aside for at least 6 months living expenses? Now we're talking about you as a person, because many of you are too close. You know how the DNA strand is. You are too closely twined, too closely tied to your business finances. It's difficult to separate. Tonight, we want to learn that culture, that they are two different entities. You must learn to separate them. Okay? So I'm asking you in question number 18, do you have personal savings set aside for at least 6 months living expenses? So that's talking about your personal emergency fund, separate from the one of the business. Okay. Question number 19. Are you, now this question is sensitive because it's going to speak to your integrity as a brand, as a personal brand. Question number 19. Are you free from personal debts? That's DEBT. That's loan. Are you free from personal debts that negatively impact your leadership or credibility? Let me tell you why this question is important. Many times we get messages from loan apps. And when those loan apps send those horrible messages, they do not say dress, they do not say, for example, they will not say Wura Dress Studios. No, they will call Wura's name, Mrs. Wura Ola, and Wura, forgotten your surname. They'll call Wura and her surname. Then they'll tell you where she lives and say, that's your friend, Wura. She borrowed money. She has not returned it. That's your friend Nkechi. That your friend Chizoba. That your friend Ufoma borrowed money and has refused to. Do you have those kinds of loans? The reason this question is important is that if there's anything that ties to your personal brand, as a leader, it rubs off on the business. People may not tell you, but believe me, they will not want to do serious business with you. Question number 20. Do you save at least 10% of your personal income in an account you do not withdraw from more than once a year? at least 10% of your personal monthly income in an account you do not withdraw from more than once a year. Question number 21. Do you have a robust and diverse investment portfolio? So, what I see many business people do, and I get into WhatsApp groups where I hear all those kinds of arguments. Oh, if I have 10 million, I'll put it inside my business. Oh, I cannot go and leave that money sitting in bank. Oh, I cannot put it in any investment. Oh, if I put it in my business, the business will turn over. Business owners, even the richest billionaires in the world, do not put all their money in their own business. No sound business owner does that. You cannot put all of your money in your business. You must invest. You must diversify. Anyway, I'm asking you tonight, do you have a robust and diverse investment portfolio? You're a CEO. By now, you should have a portfolio. Even if it's a small one, I know you may just be starting. You need to begin to develop the discipline and the consciousness to build a portfolio. Question number 22. Do you invest in your own financial education? Apart from these free conferences, how much do you invest in your personal development? How much do you put into learning about finance? The year is almost gone. What new thing have you learned about money this year? Because when you come for conferences, as beautiful as they are, the only thing you will get will be generic. You need to get into the expert spaces. So Ura has done this free conference. Some of you say, this is the free one, I'll go and implement this one. But there's a limit. You need to get into her inner caucus, where the secrets of wealth are not taught in open spaces. The only thing you will get in open spaces will be tips, introductions. But the real secrets, the people who show you the back end, they only do it to those who are willing to pay attention. So understand that, yes, I know all fingers are not equal. You may not have the funds to start now, but you need to provide for such. You need to put aside a budget for personal development. It is not negotiable. Billionaires pay experts to come into their houses and teach them. They don't even go to the public. Conferences are secluded, exclusive for a reason. There's a reason billionaires play golf and polo, because they want to keep other people out. So you need to ask yourself, how much am I willing to put aside so that I can get into the inner caucuses of those spaces? And that's what I'm asking you. How much do you actually invest in your own financial education? It can be by books, it can be by courses, it can be by mentorship programs, but you need to pay attention to your financial growth. Okay? Question number 23. Do you have a financial planner? This is a very simple question, yes or no. Question number 24. Now look at your responses from 1 to 23 and answer this question very honestly as you can. Do you think you are a good financial role model? Do you think you're a good financial role model? And the last question I will ask of you tonight is, do you think you are financially free? Are you financially free? Okay, so all right, let's go to the next slide. And this is a good time to just check. So how have you fared so far? And the pass mark typically is 25. You shouldn't have more than 5 no's on that piece of paper. You should not have more than 5 no's on that piece of paper. If you have more than 5 no's, then your finances need urgent attention. It means that you're just working for money. Money is the one sending you on an errand. As a CEO, no, you are the one. I don't care whether your balance sheet is 5 million or 5,000. It doesn't matter. You should be the one in control of your money. You should be the one saying to the money, go there, and then it should go. Okay, so pass mark, you shouldn't have more than 5 no's on that piece of paper. If you do, then there's indeed a lot of work to be done. Okay, and I'll share with you a few tips tonight. Again, I'm going to race through them. I know you will most likely have questions. Unfortunately, we may not be able to take a lot of questions tonight, but you can always reach Wura, and I'll probably share my contacts at the end of the day. Okay, so let's look at some common financial challenges faced by dressmaking businesses. You know them, you're familiar with them. Irregular cash flow, high upfront costs, underpricing of services. These are your typical mistakes. These are things you do Most of you, okay, you know them, you are familiar with them. These are familiar spirits. These are the challenges most people have. High upfront costs. You need to pay for a lot of things upfront. Underpricing your services, inventory waste or overstocking. Your sewing room is full of things you paid money for and you've not used. So you have a lot of inventory. See, if you're in this class tonight, go and learn the lean philosophy of the Japanese. Go and learn. I am one person who does not believe that stock is equals to wealth. If I get into your warehouse and I see a lot of goods, it just shows me you're inefficient. Because using the just-in-time principle or the lean technology, as you produce, you should sell. Because everything sitting on that shelf is money sitting, gathering dust on the shelf. So ask yourself, do you have inventory waste or overstocking? Limited access to funding or credit, hidden operational costs, dependence on a small scale client base. Some of you, your client base is way too small. You are at the mercy of your 20 or 30 buying customers. That is high risk because it's concentrated. Then inadequate financial planning or record keeping. This will keep recurring. Many of you just need to fix your financial knowledge. Okay, we're at the next slide. So these are the common financial challenges faced by dressmakers. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So I'll share with you some tips for tonight. Oh my goodness, not this one. Go to the next slide. This is what I sent to you. Sorry. Oh, okay. So let me just share. Let me just share with you. I don't know which slide you have. Let's go to the next one then. I'm sorry, I think you have the old slide. Go to the next slide. Is that the last slide you have? Oh, let me send you one now. I'm really sorry. I think you have the wrong slide. That's the first slide.
Okay, no problem.
What
Okay,
is the first slide?
This is the first one you sent to me.
This was the first. I sent you one today.
Okay, let me load it up. Give me one moment to load it up.
Okay, but I'll just continue. So
Okay.
I'll just say to the team, to everyone listening tonight, why is it important for your finances to be in order? Let's just quickly look at a few reasons. Some of us do not know that it's important for us to take our finances seriously. See, dressmaking is a capital intensive business. Some of you don't know. It takes a lot of money. You're going to need to spend money to buy so many things. You're buying fixed assets. You're buying a lot of fabrics that may go out of fashion tomorrow. Today, leather can trend. Tomorrow, leather stops trending. Meanwhile, you have stocked up your shop with leather. Dressmaking is time. Dressmaking has issues. But so you need to understand the kinds of issues. Now, if you don't have timely funding, for instance, you may not be able to go into production at a certain time. Your creativity might be truncated. You need money for your creative juices to flow and then produce to meet. So let's say a design is out. Let's use most of the fashion designers you know. You see a lovely design. You're going to need money to be able to implement that design. You need money to be able to scale. You need money for marketing. You need money for inventory management tools. You need money. In case you don't know that you need money, there are so many reasons to tell you that you need money. Many times, fashion designers, fashion entrepreneurs underestimate the importance of money in their business. Now, let's ask ourselves, where can you get money from? I know you started the business. Some of you started because you were passionate about it. Some of you started because you couldn't get any other jobs. Some of you started because you heard that there's money in it. Some of you started because you heard there are different reasons. Now, some of you started without funding and you really desperately need funding. So let's ask yourself, where are the places? Okay, thank you. So the next slide. Where are the sources of finance in your business, in your fashion business? Number one is your personal savings. You see why your personal finance is critical. If you don't build your own personal finance, at every point in time, you are your last bus stop. Many times, nobody is going to come to your rescue. Nobody, you are the one who believes in your vision. Is it that your vision? You are the only one saying it. Sometimes you say, oh, if you give me this, I'm seeing the vision. If you give me this money, madam, everybody has their own vision. If you don't have your own money to, first of all, back your own vision up, nobody else will support you. But guess what? Family and friends are usually the next people who believe in your vision, and they can give you money. So most of us are beneficiaries of family and friends. You pitch something to your mother. She's your mother. She loves you. She knows that this money she's giving you may not come back, but she believes in you because you are her darling sugar baby. But apart from your mother, who else is going to give you? Then maybe your husband, maybe your friends, people who love you. Some of them, as they give you, they say, "Yeah, I know this money will not come back." So they are giving you because for relationship's sake, not that they really trust you, but they will shall give you. So yourself, then family and friends. Typically, all of this is informal. Bank loans, microfinance lending, these are the next set of people who can give you money easily if you meet certain criteria, because it's becoming structured and a bit more formal. Angel investors and venture capitalists, these guys are fantastic and they are out there, especially for females in our times. If you are a female, if you are doing anything that promotes the green economy, if you're doing anything that helps the planet, anything that is renewable, anything meeting the 5 DGs, you're likely to get some form of support from angel investors and venture capitalists. These are people who have money. They want to give back to society. But most times, it's very competitive because you're not the only one. And then many times you need to be in the circle where they are. So what groups do you belong to? Apart from that, your WhatsApp group where people sell ogbono and a wig. And this is with all due respect to food vendors and fashion business owners. But that seems to be all women talk about. Do you belong to WhatsApp groups where you discuss funding opportunities? Do you belong to WhatsApp groups where they talk about strategic goals, where serious-minded people are? Do you belong to such WhatsApp groups? The reason you don't belong, because you're not willing to pay now. When they tell you that you come and pay 350,000 subscription, you say for what? What are they discussing there? What they are discussing is network, is access to certain people. Because those are the people that will share the information when it comes out. In fact, those people are usually the angel investors. Okay? Then, of course, fashion grounds and competitions. Go for competitions, attend events. Today alone, I saw like 3 or 4 events in Port Harcourt, not Lagos, so not Abuja, Port Harcourt, where people said, oh, there were things to be won, there were opportunities, small grants for small businesses. You go there, they'll tell you, come 5 people to run to the stage. Okay, pitch your product. There is 500,000 to be won. Like play, you want 500,000. How many blouses do you want to sell to see pure profit of 500,000? So those things, those opportunities are out there. Fashion grounds, competitions, please be visible and attend them. We'll write the next slide, please. Okay. So your business needs money. And when you get money, please understand, because sometimes you get money and you're only interested in buying zip and ribbon and fabric and underlay and all of those things people like to buy. Please, apart from a mannequin, apart from those things, your business needs money for production. Your business needs money to replace fixed assets. How many of you in your pricing remember that that's your air conditioner that you bought 150,000, that when you want to replace it in 4 years, it will cost 600,000? Do you provide for it? You most likely do not. You need money for design and product development. The world is moving seriously into the space of tech. Do you make provisions for tech improvement and infusing tech in your business? Your business needs money for marketing and PR. Some of you go and meet influencer, they'll give you rate. You say, for what? Is it not just to post? Post it by yourself. It's because you don't have a budget for marketing and PR. Your business needs money for inventory and logistics. Your business needs money for retail and e-commerce setup, your website maintenance. See, your business needs money. Let nobody whine you. Okay? So when the money comes, understand that you need to allocate money to different things, not just stocking. Okay. The next slide, please, Ura. So please manage your money wisely. When that money comes, some of you, once you just see small money, the next, today I don't want to fight. The next thing I'll hear, especially female vendors, the next thing I'll hear, it's not been easy. I deserve a treat. Because you managed to sell 500,000 or 1 million. The next thing, I deserve a treat to start. I need a spa time. I need some me time. In fact, I need to plan a vacation to Mauritius on top 1 million. Madam, you have air condition that will soon break down. You have sewing machine that the needle is looking at you. The motor is looking at you. The machine is inside the machine knows it's going to spoil in 2 weeks. The next thing you want to do is You deserve to look fly. You need to look peng. It's for the sake of the brand. And then you can buy hair. It's okay. Let's not fight this night. Please manage your money wisely. Start small and then scale with proof of concept. Please start small, model small, and then scale up. It's important. Don't start from a line. Don't put yourself under pressure because you saw someone posting with a wall in her shop that has 15 shelves. Madam, with these days we hire spaces to do content. Please don't put yourself under pressure. Start where you are, scale up. Make sure that you have proved the concept before you scale. Maintain clear records and cash flow forecasts. Build good relationships with suppliers for flexible terms. Don't be in too much of a hurry to pay upfront. Don't be in too much of a hurry to part with cash. Try to negotiate deals. See if you can get better deals. Try and keep your days payable as long as possible and your days receivable as short as possible. Reinvest profits into the business. Be very clear. Monitor seasonal trends and stock turnover to avoid overproduction. This one, I've talked about it a lot. Don't be too quick to say, oh, let me just dressmakers and people who sell palm oil, foodstuff. Yeah, the people I'm always fighting with. Oh, if you buy palm oil during the rainy season, during the dry season, to do like 10 times. Are you kidding me? Suddenly everybody will want to eat palm oil. Please don't be too overly optimistic. Follow your historical trends. Okay? So be careful so that you do not overproduce, because for every dress you sew, the cost, some of the hidden costs you see there are space, the man hours put into it, the opportunity cost of that fabric for something that you should have done something else with that money, but you have tied it into that blouse that is sitting on your shelf gathering dust. So be very careful. Manage your money wisely. Next slide, please, Laura. So how do you pay yourself, dear business owner? Because this is where we always fight. Many of you say, oh, I only earn 150,000. No, I don't even pay myself. You only earn, your salary is 150,000. I pay myself salary 50,000 naira. Why are you like this? You pay yourself 50,000 naira. Meanwhile, you entered Uber 3 times this week, equals to 75,000 naira. You dey whine me. Please be honest with yourself. When it comes to money, be transparent, at least to yourself. Even if you are not transparent to your staff, to yourself. Separate business and personal accounts and be very clear on the boundaries. If you want to start with a salary, start with a salary. If you want to do owner's draw, do owner's draw. Okay, be very clear. Understand that the business is a little baby. You cannot, how many of you look like people who have started having babies? A child that is learning how to walk, do you give the child a knapsack and then put a bucket of water on the child's head? No, you don't. So why are you doing that to your business that is just trying to take off? Even when you want to do owner's draw, be clear. How much am I collecting? How much? And remember that your owner's draw should come from profit, not revenue. So it is when you have determined the absolute profit of the business, then you come back and say, okay, I'm agreeing. And that's why you should have someone you report to. I'm agreeing that for this year, because we're trying to scale up, we're trying to do so many things, I will cut back on personal lifestyle and I'll do owner's draw of 20%, so that we can reinvest at least 45% into the business and keep cash reserves for unforeseen circumstances, because nobody knows what on earth is going on. Even in the world, you may have been supplying clothes to the US or to Canada or to Australia, and then suddenly one president somewhere makes a declaration and can shut down your business. So you need to be prepared for those kinds of emergencies. You need to build reserves. So don't be too much in a hurry to draw to maintain your lifestyle. When your business becomes big and solid, you can go anywhere in the world. The gates of Paris will always be open. Even if the gates of London are shut, if you have money to be opened, okay? Track your withdrawals. Track. Use a percentage rule when it comes to owner's draw. Be clear on how much exactly you want to collect. And of course, I've said this before, review. Even though we say review the business quarterly, I will always say track weekly, track monthly, and then have reviews. When we're talking about reviews, typically with your accountability team or with your board of advisors or with your board of directors, but typically quarterly reviews are essential. Okay, So the next slide, please. There are some hidden profit nuggets inside your business. Some of you are looking outside too much. If you look inside the business, there's money inside. You need to learn your marketing skills. I don't know how many of you have paid for marketing courses. I think I have a free marketing course on my webs on YouTube. I'll ask if I can remember. I'll send it to Wura. Please go and learn how to sell. You need to learn how to cross sell and upsell. In some cases, you should even learn how to downsell. The person came to buy the person came to buy a 50,000 naira bubu, but her slippers caught as she was coming in. Why can't you sell slippers that is 5,000? That's downselling, and it's fine. Beyond upselling and cross selling, you can sell everything. Sell everything sellable inside your business. Learn to sell. There are sales girls, young, small. If you look at those children on the streets, when you want to buy something, they say, "Oh, madam, you won't buy this one. Ah, your Pekin." Then like say, you go, we get the small one for Pekin, 5 naira. You don't need to spend too much. Oh, madam, you don't need to buy big pure water for your Pekin. I get small sachet pure water. They are cross-selling to you. They are downselling. They are upselling. You went in to buy a belt and you're buying a pair of shoes that complement the belt. All of those things you have learned. Please learn to sell. Offer limited editions. This is critical. You want to create some form of exclusivity in whatever, even if you do routine random stuff and just generic stuff, learn to create some lines that are exclusive. Leverage online sales. You already know this. Sell to new markets. There are 7 billion people in the world. Stop selling to only people in Ojota and Lekki. There are other people everywhere in the world. Do you have customers in Nasarawa? Do you have customers in Maiduguri? Why? Do you have customers in New Orleans? Why not? So please look for new markets and collaborate with influencers. Influencers will shorten the path. It doesn't have to be an expensive influencer. I'm sure someone has talked to you about influencer marketing before. So collaborate with them. Do as much collaborations as possible. All of those are places that there's money in the system. And then we'll talk about one last thing before I quickly wrap up. You need to learn to monetize beyond products. Some of you, the only thing you know is product money, making money from clothes, making money from selling garments. Oh, please learn to teach your skills. See what Wura is doing, right? She's teaching from her skills. Today you get it for free. Tomorrow it will not be free. She has tried for you. And the people that do free things with their free data, with their people don't know what God is doing for you. You yourself, when you learn a bit, teach. The world is going back to knowledge. That was what built the Roman and the Greek empires. The world is going back there. You need to learn to monetize your knowledge. Teach what you already know. And then as you teach, you need to upgrade, you need to learn and continue to teach because the old people are fading away. You are the new generation. Teach what you know. You are now the industry experts. People are looking up to you. Create digital products. You must make money from a physical product, a digital product, a physical service, and a digital service. So ensure that you have digital products that can continue to sell. While on this call, I'm getting a lot from products, courses I produce longer. Somebody I don't even know the name, but when the alert comes, it's splendid. So create digital products. Start a styling service. Again, that's a service. Learn to create services out of what you do. Offer pre-orders. Learn to collect money upfront. And then and learn to do custom orders. Learn to do exclusive creative stuff. And of course, leverage social media content. You've learned a lot about social media. Learn to leverage it. Learn to use it to make money. Learn to create content that will pay you. Learn to build your views. Learn to encourage people to come and visit. Those of you who are very strong on social media, I am not. I make more of my money offline. But even see me in my old age, I'm also getting very serious about social media. I make quite some money from social media. Even though I don't have a lot of followers. But see, the few followers I have, they are human beings, and they buy and they connect, they refer. So how much more? And see me now, I'm going to create a podcast. Imagine me, old woman like me. I'm going to create a podcast and I'm going to monetize that. Many of you will see that podcast as it goes viral. So leverage social media content to make as much money as you can. All of these are things you can do to make money beyond the products you currently create. So I'm going to end with this statement. Wura, please share the statement with us. You are where you are today because of the decisions you have taken in the past. It's all about the decisions you make. Today has gone. One excellent decision you made was to attend the conference. Fantastic decision. Now, where you will be tomorrow is totally dependent on the decisions you make today. So, what decisions are you making today? The most important decision you will make is that you should take action. Please take action. Start implementing. You have learned many things, many of them you will forget. But if you forget everything, please do not forget to do what is on the next slide. Wura, please share with us what's on the next slide. I beg you, take action. It's by far the most important thing you will do. And another excellent action you can take is to connect with me. I have my social media handles on the next slide. That's my phone number. I have only one phone number on earth. That's my phone number. I'm in Nigeria. For those of you outside Nigeria, that these are my social media handles. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to the conference. God bless you. And thank you so much, Wura. Thank you for doing this for fashion business owners. Thank you, dear fashionpreneurs. I pray that God will bless your business beyond your imagination. And when He does, I pray that you do the right thing with the money so that people will come in and also benefit from your wealth. Thank you, Wura. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Please, can we see the fire emojis for Madame Tobore? In fact, I could not even, I'm sure that's why the comment section is so quiet, because people are writing. Like, nobody has time to not be listening and writing. I was just here with my notepad, taking notes. Thank you so much. It has been such an insightful session, even for me. Thank you so much. I know that you have another stream now. If there are one or two questions, Ms. Tobore will just take it, and she has to go. She has another stream by 8. So if I see questions, someone asked the question earlier, I can't remember. How do I get angel investors? I don't know if you can share on that. Does anybody have any other questions?
Oh, yes, I talked about how angel investors, most of the time, they exist in certain groups. So you need to open your network, improve on your network. For instance, for those of you who know Dragons Den, Lions Den, Shark, all of those kinds of programs, those are all angel investors, yeah.
Yes.
But you need to attend. I mean, they won't come and pick you from your house. So you need to attend industry events, okay, and then register for organizations that attract those kinds of people, so that people know you. You need to be top of mind. So when people are asking, because sometimes we hear those things, I would like to invest in so and so. It's a person that I know that I will recommend. That's how it works.
Exactly. And you need to strategically position yourself in circles where those people are, like Mrs. Tobore has said. You cannot be in your house and you want them to know you under the tree. You have to be there. How do we find accountability partners for brands, please? That's what someone said.
Stick to Wura. Yeah, for brands, you need to join organizations. There are so many. Yes. I don't want to promote any of them here, but there are many.
Because they are not paying you money.
But they're quite a number.
So when you come and pay Madame Tobore money, if you want further deep things, you need to pay money for it, you know.
Stop looking for free stuff. You like to pay. I'm always paying. I pay a lot.
Hey,
I pay a lot.
Hey, even this year, the amount of money I've paid for mentorship alone. When you see people showing up and being able to teach you, you think that it does not happen. We go into an inner room, we pay the money so that we can actually come and actually be able to deliver. So Absolutely. you need to set aside some money for personal development. You need to set aside.
You don't need to pay me, but pay people in your industry. Pay. You learn to start paying is the best thing, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Start where you are, and you can also pay by offering services. It doesn't always have to be cash.
Volunteering.
Yes.
You need to give of something. Give of yourself, give of your time, give of your energy. So if you don't have money to give of your time, look for somebody that you know you want to and say, how can I help you, ma? Can I come? As I am like this, there's somewhere that I go to for internship every Friday. I go to go and work there. I go there to work because there are some things that my mentor says, some things are taught and some things are caught. There are some things that they cannot teach you. You have to be there, inside there, and be looking and catch it by yourself, you know. So you have to be ready to pay the price, whether it's money or it's time, or there's always a price to pay for knowledge and for growth. So thank you so much, Ma. It's
All
been
right, I
so
have to run now.
okay.
I'm logging in already on another
Thank you
device.
so much. Have a
Right.
nice day.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. All right. Someone says, is it advisable to have a salary end scheme to support the business? I don't think I follow this question. Salary end scheme. Do you mean that you're earning a salary or so? I don't really understand. Or do you mean that is it advisable for you to have a something that you do that gives you a salary to support your business? Is that what your question is? Eh? Madam Mary, I don't understand your question. Maybe you can I'm actually looking out for it. So maybe you can elaborate more about it in the comments. In the comments. Is it advisable to have another work that pays? Okay. Is it advisable to have another work that pays? Okay, I'm just going to engage you a little because I'm the last speaker, so I'm going to speak next anyway, even though I'm going to speak on another stream because we want the streams to be separate so people can be able to stream them separately. But is it advisable to have another work that pays you? It depends on the level of business that you are. It depends on the level of business that you are. What level of business are you in? Are you just starting out? For instance, I'll use myself as an example. I'm a lawyer. I've said that here, a lot. And I'm also a fashion entrepreneur. When I first started out, when I first started sewing, I started sewing right off uni. So I hadn't even yet qualified to be a lawyer. I hadn't yet qualified. So I had started sewing. And then I got a day job as a lawyer when I qualified. And when I got that day job as a lawyer, I started sewing. Do you understand? I started hiring. I started hiring people to help me. So when I came out of school and I was sewing by myself on my own. Do you understand? And I was earning money. And because I had earned, yeah, and because I had earned money, I could now hire people to start sewing for me. So when I got my day job as a lawyer, I had a structure where I would supervise. I still have a day job as a lawyer, by the way. I'm an active litigation lawyer. If you need someone to go to court for you, I'm here. I have a team of lawyers who also work with me, and I'm a lawyer, but I have my fashion business. But of course, my lawyer work does not pay for my fashion business. In fact, I tell my team at Wura, I say the day that Wura cannot pay for itself, it has no business being there. That's the truth. So if at first you take a business capital, which is what I call it, so you say, I have 1 million naira as my personal money, which is why Mrs. Tobore said that part of your financial funding are your personal funds. So you have 1 million naira as your personal funds, which you want to invest in your business. Take that money as personal funds for business capital. I will use PFA as an example. So the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy is another of my businesses. It's a separate business from my lawyer business. It's a separate business from Wura. When I wanted to start the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, of course, I had to register the company. I had to, even most of you that are here came here from Instagram and Facebook ads. I had to pay for those ads. I had to pay for people to come for the conference. I've spent a lot of money, but guess what? I loaned PFA that money. And I have put it. So when PFA starts making money, it has to pay me back and then starts making its own profits. So if your question is whether you have a fashion business and the fashion business is not running itself, then you want to carry your money from your lawyer business to be funding your fashion business. No, take out an amount of money as equity and put it in that fashion business to start it. But the day that you cannot replicate that equity and it brings you more money, then you know that fashion business is not sustainable. So don't rob Peter to pay Paul. No. If you have a business capital, you use that business capital, you set up the business and let that business grow that capital. Not every month you will not earn salary from here. You not carry salary, bam, pay another business. no, take a lump sum if you have whatever you have saved, if you're just starting out, and then you start it as equity and you mark it against the business. The business has to pay you back for it when the business starts making money. I don't know if we're making sense. So I don't know, does that answer your question, Mary? And if it does, if anybody has any other question, then that's why when my personal and finance, when my personal when my personal and finance is weighing my business down, should I go look for a job? When your personal finance is weighing your business down, there are some things I cannot answer on a live stream because I don't know your personal problems, and there's only so much I can advise you. But I mean, it's left for you to you're the only one who truly knows your true financial position. So it's left for you to weigh it. Like I always say, there are different careers in fashion. So even though this conference is dressmaking that makes money, you don't have to be a dressmaker to make money from the fashion business. There are different careers in fashion. If you know that you cannot be a CEO, you can work for others in their company. If you know you're not a CEO, but you're good with designing, apply for a job, become a design assistant, become a production manager, become a sales assistant, become a whatever you can become. If you're good with patterns, apply for the job of pattern makers. These are highly paid technical skills. And then while you're doing that job, you can be saving up to now be able to fund your own. So you don't have to start from, because actually the truth of the matter is that even subjecting yourself to service, which is part of the things we're talking about, are one of the things that helps you learn and grow. So there are many ways to it. These are conversations that are very wide, and all that. But yes, if you know that you don't have enough personal finances to run a business, you have to sit down and tell yourself the truth. Look for a job. Start there. Then when you are now stable, of course, as you're getting that job, you're getting the job with the end in mind, that okay, this is the skill I have, and because I have this skill set, I can be able to offer it for this amount. And based on this amount, you have a projection. If I am earning 200,000 naira, maybe I can save 100,000 naira a month and then be able to keep it over a period and start reinvesting in my business. Do you understand? But the key thing is that the day that you now decide to restart that business, you have to restart it with the end in mind. And that's why we have this boot camp. Because you see, the problem is that many of us are starting businesses without the adequate know-how. You don't have the technical know-how. So you start a business, and some cheat codes that you will get that will make you make that 1 million go far, because you don't know it, you now end up wasting the 1 million. And then it's no more there, and that business is down, and then you're now looking for money to start another business. So these are the issues. But I'm going to, that's what I've not been doing. I don't get back what I invest. I didn't know. Thanks so much. Okay, good. So it's good that you know. So you know there are methods to this thing, okay? So we're going to end this stream now. I just need my team to confirm that the next live stream is ready. Is the next live stream ready? Please confirm to me in the group that the next live stream is ready so that people can move. Have you dropped it? So that we can move to the next live stream, which is the final live stream. Okay. Okay, so we are going to go to the final live stream now, if that's okay. Are we all together? Can I see emojis in the comment section? We are going to the final live stream. We have 45 people on this live stream. If you miss the final live stream, it's not this one I've been talking since Friday. That live stream is your divine assignment. So when I go on that live stream, I'm going to give everybody 5 minutes to go and collect water, collect ice block, collect whatever it is you need to collect, and come back correct to get your divine prophecy for the night. So see you all on the last and the final live stream for the evening. Thank you all for staying here. This was the session with an eye opener. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you are all getting value. All right, see you all on the next live stream. Thank you.